Time to know the news of the week. I'm Ria Fernandez. This is the MB Rundown. A stunning Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray waved to the crowd all smiles during her grand homecoming parade in 3 cities in Metro Manila Thursday. More details from Hannah Tabios.
The scorching heat of the sun did not stop people wanting to see Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray. Gray charmingly waved to the crowd Thursday afternoon during her grand homecoming parade that snaked through the cities of Pasay, Manila, and Makati. She looked stunningly gorgeous in another Maktumang creation inspired by Sampaguita and Anahaw, two of the country's national symbols. Some supporters even came from the areas which were not part of the parade route.
All the way from Mandaluyong to support our queen!
While others went out of their offices to see Gray up close.
Siyempre, proud na proud kami as Pilipino.
Gray was on board her 9 by 30 feet lava-inspired float created by Fritz Celorio, who also created Miss Universe 2015 Pia Wurtzbach's Blue Float. It has a huge Mikimoto crown in front, resembling her iconic crown made from 500 diamonds and 120 South Sea and Akoya pearls. This is Hannah Tabios for the MB Rundown.
Hundreds of employees of the National Food Authority or NFA will lose their jobs following the enactment of rice tariffication law. This as the new measure limits the agency's function to procuring grains from local farmers to maintain buffer stocks intended for calamities and emergencies. The rice tariffication law, which allows massive rice imports to the Philippine market and promises to give lower rice prices to consumers, will take effect on March 5. Several cost-oriented groups and lawmakers, however, said that this is not the solution to the country's food security issue, as it will kill the local rice industry. A male overseas Filipino worker or OFW rushed Wednesday to Research Institute for Tropical Medicine or RITM for suspected Middle East Respiratory Syndrome coronavirus or MERS-CoV, tested negative for the illness. The MERS-CoV scare is not the first time in the country. In 2015, the second and last confirmed MERS case involving a 36-year-old male foreigner was reported. MERS is a viral respiratory disease caused by a novel coronavirus first identified in Saudi Arabia in 2012. Fever, cough, shortness of breath, pneumonia, and diarrhea are the typical symptoms of MERS. There's no vaccine or specific treatment yet for MERS, but the World Health Organization or WHO has some tips to avoid getting the disease. 3 people who joined the 1986 EDSA People Power Revolution shared their memorable lessons from the event that overthrew the Marcos dictatorship 33 years ago. Hannah Tabios has the story.
The coming February 25 will mark the 33rd year since the bloodless uprising commonly known as EDSA 1 happened, leading to the ouster of the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos. Sister Ping Hyok-Chol was one of the nuns caught offering prayers beside the military tanks and the uniformed personnel armed with guns back then. Despite the danger, Sister Hyok-Chol believes that is the Lord who sent them there.
Dahil na yung nanawagan nga through Cardinal Sin, sabi ko yung boses ni Lord din yun. Through the voice of the church, yung nag-aaklan din kami.
Ildefonso Torrente was a UP student at that time. For him, it was the societal issues that remained unaddressed brought him out of the streets.
Alam ko naman yung laban na maski wala pa yung eleksyon na bumaba si Marcos. Diba? Yung ganong, siyempre yung mga panawagan sa manggagawa, sa mga estudyante. Kumbaga, mulat ako dun sa mga nangyayari.
Meanwhile, Jess Healy also joined the revolution as part of the group Justice for Aquino. Aquino was a surname of the former Senator Ninoy, who was a political rival of Marcos. Catch the full story on Manila Bulletin's official Facebook page. This is Hannah Tabios for the MB Rundown.
North Korea's envoy Kim Hyok-Chol arrived in Hanoi, Vietnam on Wednesday, along with a North Korean delegation ahead of Kim-Trump summit. Kim is set to meet his U.S. counterpart, Stephen Biegun, to iron out summit preparations, particularly talks in each side's position on the denuclearization. The second meeting of North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un and U.S. President Donald Trump will happen on February 27 to 28. Meanwhile, these are the other top news of the week.
President Rodrigo Duterte has signed on Wednesday the Universal Healthcare Act, ensuring affordable and quality healthcare coverage. Under the new law, Filipinos will be automatically enrolled in the National Health Insurance Program. Duterte also approved this week the expanded maternity law and several others. Voting 9-4, the High Court on Tuesday affirmed the constitutionality and factual basis of the third martial law extension in Mindanao. With this, the High Court also dismissed petitions filed against the extension of martial law in the region until the end of 2019. It was in 2017 when President Duterte first imposed martial law in Mindanao after terrorist group Maute attacked Marawi City. ABS-CBN, in partnership with Manila Bulletin, has begun its three-part series of senatorial debates. The following senatorial hopefuls faced off and presented their takes on pressing issues such as the lowering of age, criminal liability, inflammation, among others. The next debates are set on February 24 and March 3, both at 7 p.m.
Let's take a quick recap of the MB rundown for today, February 22. A stunning Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray waves to the crowd, all smiles during her homecoming parade. Hundreds of NFA employees will lose their jobs following the enactment of rice tariffication law. A male OFW with suspected MERS-CoV tested negative for the illness. Witnesses of EDSA 1 share their memorable lessons from the event that has overthrown the Marcos dictatorship. And North Korea's envoy Kim Hyok-Chol is now in Vietnam for the second Kim-Trump summit next week. And that's the MB Rundown. I'm Ria Fernandez.